night's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, and the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ron Patchett on the pole in car 35. George Kowalik in the 5 on the outside of the front row. The 11 of Pete Laurie, the 84 of Jim Steffens, Tom Schoenhofer, the 825 Lindo Brzezelski, 76 Dave Wade, the 29 of Rick Heim, the 64 of Chuck Mowry, the 2 of Brian Laraway, 00 John Pavlik, and Gary Saloni in car number 7. 35 of Opacho in the car that Mike Cecere campaigned in the limited late model class here last year. Here they come off the 4th turn, ready to get rocking and rolling. 20-lap feature for the limited late models, and the green is out. Kowalik slow on the start of the number 5 car. And look out, Jim Steffens in the 84 goes spinning around, and the caution is out. Fortunately, no one got into Jim, but George Kowalik. Here they come. No go. Lindo Brzezelski jumped in car 25. Green did not come out. Green is out this time. Looks like Schoenhofer and Laurie bang down the front straightaway. And watch this into turn number 1. Ron Patchett with the lead. Tom Schoenhofer is second. Lindo Brzezelski, the 25, moving into third. And the 5 of George Kowalik, the 76 of Dave Wade, and the 11 of Pete Laurie. Kowalik in the 5 with a problem. George Kowalik in car 5 off the pace. Patchett still leads. Schoenhofer second, Brzezelski third, Wade fourth, and Laurie fifth. Rick Heim sixth, Brian Laraway is seventh. Schoenhofer's challenging Ron Patchett for the lead. The Sunrise Motors Tri-State Auction 35. Trying to hold off the Kangaroos Outback Cafe. Jones RV Sales 8 down the back straightaway. Schoenhofer takes the lead as they race into 3. Lindo Brzezelski in the Slim Jim Rough Cut 25 now, pressuring Patchett for second. Schoenhofer opening up daylight into number 8. Brzezelski now to the inside of Patchett in that battle for second. A little paint exchange in the middle of 1 and 2. Brzezelski moves to second. Patchett now third. Dave Wade fourth and Rick Heim fifth. Schirnhofer pulling away here. Caution is out. Spin in the middle of 1 and 2. The 2. Gary Saloni just runs smack into the 2 car. Brian Laraway had been sitting there for a long while. And Gary Saloni in the 7. Green is back out, and we got ourselves a drag race down the front stretch into turn number 1. Dobrzyszewski takes the lead away using that outside groove. Schirnhofer now second. Wade is up to third. Patch in fourth in the 35. Rickheim in the 29, putting the pressure on there on the inside. Len Dobrzyszewski continues to set the pace, looking for win number 4. Tommy Schirnhofer second. He gets high in the 4th turn. Dave Wade third. Rickheim 4th. Ronno Patchin 5th. Now in the 29, closing in on the third place car of Dave Wade. Dobrzyszewski's lead almost a straightaway over Tom Schirnhofer. Back in the pits in the Quaker Steak and Lube 11. Len Dobrzyszewski continues to pull away. Tom Schirnhofer second, Wade third, Rickheim 4th, Ronno Patchin 5th. To go, 5 to go. Rickheim to the inside of Dave Wade down the back straightaway. Into turn 3, the battle for third. Wade third, but here comes Heim again in the Lowry's run 29. Putting the pressure on the Yuengling Lager Tiger Machine and Manufacturing 76. Schirnhofer of the Kangaroos 8 runs second in the rough cut. Slim Jim Sub Express 25, your leader Len Dobrzyszewski taking the white flag. 1 more lap to go, 1 lap remaining. to what appears to be his 4th win this season. Out of Kennedy Township, rookie year of the Limited Late Models, Lendo Brzezinski, your winner tonight. Late models are coming up next.
Yeah, they did.
Tonight in car number 25. Come on down here, Lenny. Congratulations. You got in the penalty box off the bat. Flagman was mad with you, but it didn't slow you down. Maybe that made you leave him more determined. Boy, once you got in front, this thing just took off.
The car's awesome. I mean, anybody out there in the stands probably could drive this thing around this place.
You surprised that Tommy gave you the outside for the restart? He'd been pretty good on the bottom, and I wasn't sure if you were as fast as him or not, but you didn't leave much doubt.
Well, there's so many adjustments on these cars. I adjusted the brakes after the first restart, and I put it on third wheel brake for 1 lap, and I adjusted it back, and I knew if he put me up top, I was going to go by him.
Well, that was it. That's all you needed. 4th win. You're the leading winner of the division, as we've said before, and things continue to go well.
Oh, they're great. Like I said, it's just kind of a major disappointment because our motor wasn't done. We were really looking to run late model tonight, but hey, I'd just like to thank the guys down at Slim Jim down in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'd like to thank Bob Crowless and Dan Breen. If it wasn't for them guys, and the guys down at Rockin' and Phil Lucon, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here.
Congratulations on the 4th win.
Thank you very much.
Lendo Brzezinski, your winner tonight in the Limited Late Models. Williams Grove outside the 72 of John Mason. 68 Tim Hitt and the 4 of Ed Faree. The 5 of Lou Bradish and the 6 of Jim Lepro. 04 B.A. Malquith. The 07R of Brett Raybergen. 7 Bill Adler. 99 Donnie Moran. 97 Jeff Thomas. The 46 of Doug Horton. The 80 of Brian Durig. And the 21 of Jason Montgomery. 10 laps for the Stars Late Models Boral Exhaust Heat Race number 1, and the green is out. Jeff Thomas spins in turn 1 in car 97 for a whole long time. Here they come off of 4 again, looking to get this thing started. The Boral Exhaust first heat race is green. They motor into turn 1. Mason with the lead on the outside. Here comes Shaver back on the inside. Hit runs third, Faree is 4th. Wheel to wheel for the lead. They're slipping and sliding through 3 and 4. And Tim Hitt drives through on the inside, coming off the 4th turn. Hitt is your leader. Mason second, Faree third, Shaver back to 4th now in car 30. Bradish runs 5th in the 5. Then the 04 B.A. Malcolm trying to pass Bradish for 5th down the back straightaway into turn number 3. It continues to lead. Mason trying to hold off Faree for 2nd. Faree down on the inside makes the pass for 2nd. Mason now 3rd. Remember, the top 4 will transfer. Shaver right now in the final transfer spot with Bradish 5th. Donnie Moran is up to 6th in car 99. Moran digging himself a hole in qualifying tonight. Running in the 6th spot and now challenging Lou Bradish for 5th off the 4th turn. Donnie Moran hugging the inside rail, trying to take 5th away from Bradish. Moran into the top 5 now. Bradish trying to motor back around him on the outside, off the 2nd turn. As your leader is hit. Faree 2nd. Mason 3rd. Shaver 4th. The battle continues for 5th. 4 laps down, 6 to go. Steve Shaver to the inside of John Mason. Shaver in the Simonton Windows 30, trying to move back to 3rd. Mason up high. Shaver drives off the 2nd turn with the 3rd spot. Mason is 4th now. Moran 5th. Tim Hitt is 6th. Lou Bradish 6th. B.A. Malquith 7th. Halfway, 5 to go. Donnie Moran needing 1 more spot to transfer into the A main. The Stars points leader. Running 5th right now in the McCullum Motorsports number 99. Hitt, the winner of this race last year. He's got the lead on our first Boral Exhaust heat. Moran closing in on Mason. Two Ohio drivers battling for fourth here. John Mason in the 72 with Donnie Moran closing ground again off the second turn down the back straightaway. Moran trying to take that fourth and final transfer spot. Into three. Moran way out on the inside of the racetrack. Coming off of four. Mason runs the top. It's still Mason fourth, Moran fifth. 3 laps to go. Hit leading. Faree runs second. Shaver is third. Mason fourth and Donnie Moran fifth. Into three again. Moran charging on the low side. 2 to go. Off of four. Racing John Mason and Donnie Moran wheel to wheel for fourth into turn number 1. Moran down on the inside has the fourth spot, but here comes Mason back on the outside. Down the back chute. Moran hooks the horsepower to the floor. He goes into fourth as they race into 3. 1 lap to go. Hit leads. Faree second. Shaver third. Moran right now fourth and Mason fifth. Radish sixth. Malquit seventh. Lepro eighth. Rayberg in ninth. And the 21 car, Montgomery running in the 10th spot. Checkered flag out. World Exhaust Heat Race number 1. Tim hit. The battle continues. Mason gets back by Moran. John Mason will take the fourth and final transfer spot. '75 Bart Hartman, 67 Rick Dawson, the 12 of Doug Dodd, 1C Lynn Geisler, 09 Dennis Curry, 42 Todd Andrews, 84 Steve Baker, D2 Nolan Dalton, the 04 of Bob Close, the 21 of George Lee II, the 3 of David Scott, and also joining the field the 77 of Ricky Hine. Here we go. Off of 4, Robbie Blair and Bart Hartman bring the field to green. Hartman on the outside takes the lead into turn number 1. They are bunched up there. Look out, man. Racing is hot and heavy. Lynn Geisler moving on the inside. Dennis Curry on the outside. Doug Dodd is in the middle down the back chute. You got to get into the top 4 to make the big dance through the Borla Exhaust Heats, and they are charging. Hartman out in front. Blair second. Curry third. Geisler fourth, and Dodd, Dawson, and Baker. Here comes Dennis Curry in the auction barn 09. Hooked up off the inside of the second turn down the back chute. Wheel to wheel with Robbie Blair for second. Geisler right now sits in fourth with Doug Dodd knock on his door in the middle of 3 and 4. Dodd and Rick Dawson both trying to get by. Look out, Geisler hits Dodd. They're out of control on the front stretch. Dennis Curry and Robbie Blair continue to battle for second. Dawson is now up to fourth. Doug Dodd runs fifth. Baker is sixth. Geisler is back to seventh. Here comes Dennis Curry, the auction barn 09. He slides high. Robbie Blair tries to slide low. It's Curry second, Blair third, Dawson fourth, and Dodd fifth. All that's going on. Look at the Bartman. Bart Hartman has left them all behind here. 4 laps down. Curry second, Blair third, Ricky Dawson fourth, Doug Dodd fifth. Dawson in the 67 trying to challenge Robbie Blair for third. Down the back straightaway. Halfway, 5 to go. The Bartman, Bart Hartman leading by a straightaway. Dennis Curry having a surprising, really good run tonight here in the auction barn 09. Only the second time he's been in this car. And things are tightening up for third, fourth, and fifth between Robbie Blair, Ricky Dawson, and Doug Dodd. This is the auction barn 09, the car that John Flinner has won twice with this year here at Pittsburgh. He's driving his own car tonight, the 93X. Curry taking up the seat in the 09 and running second. Doug Dodd in the 12, trying the outside of Ricky Dawson in turns 1 and 2. Dodd climbing the banking in turn 2. Gets a head of steam down the back straightaway, trying to move by Dawson for fourth into turn number 3. 3 to go. The Bartman, Bart Hartman, your leader. Here they come off of 4 for third, fourth, and fifth. It's Robbie Blair, Rick Dawson, and Doug Dodd. Into 1. and 2. The battle continues for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Not much doubt about 1st and 2nd with 2 laps to go. Hartman way out in front. Doug Dodd now to the inside of Ricky Dawson. Can't make it stick in turn 4. Battle continues. Hartman leads it. The race right now again for the 4th and final transfer spot. Hartman, your leader, with 1 to go. Curry running 2nd. Here comes Robbie Blair, Rick Dawson, and Doug Dodd climbing high again. Coming off of 4 with some momentum. Down the front straightaway. Wheel to wheel for 4th into turn 1. The winner will be the Bart man, Bart Hartman. The battle continues for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 2nd will be Dennis Curry. Who's going to be 3rd, 4th, and 5th? It'll be Robbie Blair, Doug Dodd, and Rick Dawson. Jimmy Zarin in the 1Z on the pole. Again, this is the Scott Performance Wire bonus heat race. Outside the 71C of RJ Conley, 0 Davey Johnson, 93X John Flinner, 4X Alex Faree. 35 Mike Cecere, Thomas Ware the W7, 64 Drew Catellis, DJ Myers in the 70J, the 99M of Ben Miley, 75G Don Gross, 10 Gary Lau, the 17 of Ed Dunn. Exhaust heat race number 3. Whoa, Zarin gets high. The green is out. Watch this one into turn 1, 3 wide. Conley with the lead. DJ Davey Johnson wheels to 2nd. Here comes John Flinner, the 93 to 3rd. Zarin dropping to 4th in the 1Z. Conley leads. Johnson 2nd. Flinner 3rd. Zarin still 4th, Cecere is 5th, Faree runs 6th. RJ Conley out in front, Davey Johnson 2nd, Mike Cecere moving to 4th down to 35, and Alex Faree moving quickly in the 4, challenging Jimmy Zarin for 5th. Johnson trying to take the lead as they race off of 4. It's still RJ Conley, Davey Johnson 2nd. Into 1 and 2. Conley continues to lead. Johnson 2nd, Flinner 3rd. Cecere 4th, Faree is up to 5th now. Zarin 6th, DJ Myers 7th, and Ben Miley, Drew Catellis, Thomas Ware, and Gary Lyle. Here comes Johnson. They're wheel to wheel for the lead off of 4. There's your open motor versus spec motor battle going on here. Conley 71 in open motor. Johnson running a spec motor in the 0. Down the back chute. Conley's got more on the straights. Johnson seems to have more on the turns. Into 3. RJ pushing in the middle of the turn. Here comes Davey to the inside. They're wheel to wheel off of 4. 4 laps down. It's still Conley with Johnson 2nd. Davey now follows him in, trying to keep some momentum maybe. But Conley drives off from him in the 2nd turn. RJ really hooked up in 1 and 2 that time. And Flinner now, the 93X, trying to close in on your front 2 leaders. Off of 4, it's RJ Conley, your leader. Davey Johnson 2nd. 5 laps to go, 5 to go, halfway. Johnson closing right back in, down on the low side of the racetrack. Conley pulls him, coming off the turns down the back chute. Into 3 and 4, Davey again closing in. 4 laps to go, 4 to go. Johnson along the left rear quarter panel of Conley through 1 and 2. But RJ drives off down the backstretch. Alex Faree now putting the pressure on Mike Cecere for the 4th and final transfer spot. Johnson again is on the gas. We got a spin in turn 1 and 2. Caution is out. Caution is out. Drew Drew Catellus in car 64, spinning around in turns 1 and come. 4 laps to go. Heat race number 3, the Borla Exhaust heat race number 3. Green is out. TJ Myers being called for jumping on the start. Still R.J. Conley. Johnson again able to close in the middle of the turns, but Conley beats him coming off. 3 laps to go. 3 to go into turn number 1. Johnson drove this car to the win here last Saturday night. He's closing back in again on Conley. Flinner still 3rd, Cecere 4th, and Faree. Alex Faree runs 5th. R.J. Conley with Davey Johnson. Right around the bottom side of the racetrack, staying in striking distance with 2 laps to go. 2 to go. Cecere up high off of 4, and Alex Faree closing in for that 4th and final transfer spot. Into turn 1, Faree now right on the tail of Cecere for 4th. Conley still leads. Johnson runs 2nd. 1 more lap to go. 1 more lap to go. R.J. Conley with Davey Johnson trying to run him down. Johnson able to get right to the quarter panel, but look at Conley drive off coming off the turn. Johnson better getting in, Conley better getting off the corners here at Pittsburgh in this Borla Exhaust heat race number 3. Off the 4th turn they come. It will be Conley winning, Johnson 2nd, Flinner 3rd, Mike Cecere will get 4th, Alex Faree 5th. Nepper, the 28B of Dick Barton, 33 Aaron Scott, the 32L of Greg Lucas, the 2J of Mike Johnson, the 7 of Charlie Schaefer, the 31 of Denny Chamberlain, the 17 of Lance Elson, and Jerry Hemming in car 72, scheduled to start last. Oh. Coming to the 4th turn. The green is out. Bob Frank on the outside, taking off with the lead. The Mack Trailer Manufacturing Star 1 of Chubb Frank out in front. The Eddie's Auto Parts Corbin Trucking E1 of Balzano 2nd. The Reliable Painting 19 of Stuhler is 3rd. The Fathead Saloon, Doug Crawford running 4th. Dick Barton is 5th in car 28. Greg Lucas moving up into 6th in car 32L. Chubb Frank drives away. Now Gary Stewart to the inside trying to take 2nd away from Balzano into turn 1. Balzano still 2nd, Stuhler 3rd. Doug Crawford is 4th. Dick Barton 5th. Bill Nepper is 6th. Greg Lucas 7th. Mike Johnson is 8th. Then Lance Elson in the 17. Chubb Frank pulling away here as he completes lap number 4. Turn 3, coming around to complete lap 6, just 4 to go. Your front 4 cars have checked out on the field. Barring some mistakes or mechanical failure, not much doubt about who the top 4 are going to be in this one. Battle for 5th between Dick Barton and Bill Nepper. Nepper to the inside of the 55, trying to take the 5th spot from the 28B of Barton. To go, final lap. Job Frank by a straightaway out in front here. The Mack Trailer Sales. Star 1 from Sugar Grove, leaving no doubt about it. Job Frank wins the Borla Exhaust 4th heat race. Impressive run for Frank as he drove off. Balzano second, Stuhler gets third, and Doug Crawford fourth in the 9C. Like a Saturday night heat, no points tonight, so a lot of the drivers have elected not to run in the companion divisions. Lou Lamonde in the 13, Charlie DiLoretto the 11. Bring the field when we get to the cone we go, and the green is out. Couple of guys get up a little high, kiss off the wall. Lou Lamonde leads in the 13. Down on the inside, the 11 of Neil Eisminger, the 00 of Alatalo right there knocking at the door as they race off the 4th turn. Alatalo's been the leading winner here this year in the 00. He's not wasting any time going to the front. Look out, Lamonde in the 13 gets up high. He gets the wall too, and he's still going. He's bouncing hard. A little greasy on up high, and Lou Lamonde got in there a little too hot and heavy in the 13 car. Alrighty, we are ready to get back underway. The Schneider Truck Spectator Stock feature. Green is out. Alatalo with the lead in the Kelly's Beer Distributing 00. Neil Eisminger, the Eisminger's 10-minute oil change 1 running second. Rich Appolito, the Pats Electric 77 third. And it's the 0 of Dave Greenewald. Salos still leading. Eisminger second, then Appolito and Dave Greenewald. Appolito, the 77, trying to pass the one of Neil Eidsminger for second. Dave Greenewald about to make it a 3-car battle to 0. Halfway. Charlie DiLoretto going to spin around off the 4th turn in the 11th. But some of the guys are getting started a little early. No go, no go. Laps to go. Dave Greenewald moving to 3rd in car 0. 77, Rich Appolito now 4th. Two to go. Final lap. Tala from Carnegie. Kelly's Beer Distributing 00. Checker flag is out. Eidsminger 2nd. Greenewald 3rd. Rich Appolito will finish 4th, and Chris Langham 5th. Al Atala, how about a nice hand for Al Atala, the winner tonight in the Snyder Truck Spectator Stocks. 6 laps, the Iski Racing Cams Fast Dash coming up. Sponsored by Iski Racing Cams of Gardena, California. The winner receives $100 cash for his efforts provided. The Iski Racing Cam. Looking at the chalk line in turn 4. Want to see them side by side there, 6 laps. The way they finish is the way they start. They are on the gas and the green is out. Into turn 1. Hit with the lead. Johnson and Flinner battle for 2nd down the back straightaway. Farias, Foot, and Crawford and Dodd. Through 3 and 4, the battle continues for 2nd. Hit leads. Johnson 2nd that lap, but Flinner gaining momentum on the outside into turn 1. Flinner now to 2nd. Johnson is 3rd. Farias 4th, Crawford 5th, and Dodd runs 6th. It's the Rocket Chassis Dream Racing Engine 68 of Tim Hitt leading them off of 4. Crawford now back to 4th. Faree drops to 5th that time by, but in turn 1, Faree's back on the outside of Crawford as they continue to battle around the Monster half mile. Tim Hitt driving away, taking that car deep into the turns. Here comes Faree and Crawford again, wheel to wheel at the halfway point. Faree up close to that wall. Timmy Hitt still leads. Flinner, Johnson 3rd. Here comes Faree and Crawford trying to close on Davey. Coming around for the white flag. 1 more lap to go. .3 seconds that lap for Tim Hitt. Better than 97 miles per hour for his average. Risky Racing Camp's Fast Dash winner, Timmy Hitt. He'll start on the pole. Flinner will start outside. Johnson 3rd, Faree 4th, Crawford and Dodd. Donnie Moran and John Mason had that battle in our first heat race tonight. Moran had 4th, then lost it on the final lap. Here we go. He's on the pole for this first Pro Shocks B main. Andy Catellus in the 64, Gary Lau in the 10, scratching from the event. Green is out. Down on the inside, Lou Bradish in the 5 ends up, they're together. B.A. Malquit and Jimmy Zarin, I don't know how it happened, but they're straight going down the back straightaway. They look like a bad crash was about to happen in turn 2. Running in the 3rd spot right now is Alex Faree. Out in front, it's Donnie Moran. Bradish 2nd. Faree 3rd. Malquit 4th. DJ Myers is up to 5th in car 70. Then Jimmy Zarin, Tom Ware, Jeff Thomas. Donnie Moran sets the pace. Alex Faree, B.A. Malquit. Right now, it's Faree in the final transfer spot in 3rd in the 4X. Malquit sits in 4th. Myers is 5th. Bradish trying to run down Moran, and he is closing in here. Lou Bradish making a run, and Donnie Moran, your leader. Into 3 and 4. Bradish closing ground through the turns. Moran out in front, Bradish 2nd, 4 laps down. Jason Montgomery pitting in car 21. Bradish again takes the 5 car, the X'd out 68, trying to run in harder and close the gap on the McCullough Industries 99 of Donnie Moran. 5 down, 10 to go in this Pro Shocks B main. Still Moran with Bradish in pursuit. Faree 3rd, Malquit 4th. Myers runs 5th. Zarin is 6th. Ware 7th. Thomas 8th. Lepro 9th. And Miley runs 10. Moran now seems like that lead has stabilized a bit after Bradish had closed the gap a few laps earlier. Donnie trying to stretch it out here. Keeping that Masters build right in the fast lane as we close in on the halfway point. Alex Faree having a good run here tonight. Struggled at times this season, his first full season in the late models. In the white number 4. Right now he's in the final transfer spot, trying to join his father in the starting lineup for the Penn National 100. Past the halfway point, 6 more laps to go this time by. 6 more to go. Your leaders closing in on the back of the field. Coming around to complete lap number 10, 5 to go. Donnie Moran with some traffic in his path. Right behind the 17 of Ed Dunn, trying to lap him down the back straightaway. Closes in as they race into 3 and drives on by. Back on the gas. Under the 80 of Brian During. 3 laps to go, 3 to go. Bradish continues to run the rim in second. Faree trying to lap Ed Dunn in the white 4 down the back straightaway, still third. He's got breathing room as B.A. Malcolm is back a half a straightaway in fourth. Donnie Moran now with 2 lap cars between himself and the second place car. Blue Bradish in just 2 laps to go in this Pro Shocks B main. Moran is getting better the longer the race goes on. You can see that car just working wherever he puts it, down low, up high, in the middle. Final lap. Donnie Moran, McCullough Industries 99, your current Stars National Dirt Car Racing League points leader. He'll bring them off of 4 and he'll win our first Pro Shocks B main. Lou Bradish gets second and Alex Faree third to move on. B.A. Malcolm will come up 1 short in fourth with that beat in right side after first lap contact. DJ Myers fifth in the 70J. Thomas Ware 6th, Jim Zarin 7th, Jeff Thomas 8th, Jim Lepro 9th, and Ben Miley finishes 10th. John Wire. 15 laps, final 3 spots for the Penn National 100 on the line. Pro Shocks B main number 2. Rick Dawson and Bill Nepper bring the field into turn 4 and the green is out. Dawson leads, Nepper second, Baker third, Martin is fourth, Johnson fifth, Geisler sixth, Lance Elson runs seventh in the early going. Battle for second, Bill Nepper trying to hold off Steve Baker. Oh, Dick Barton looks like he just lost the motor. Dick Barton lost the motor in the 28B. There is oil all over the racetrack by the looks of it. Caution is out. The 28B, the bolt place, Coors Light. Lap down, 14 to go. Pro Shocks B main number 2. The green is back out. Ricky Dawson continues to lead in the Walco Tape 67 with Baker second, Nepper third. Mike Johnson trying to move into fourth. He'll make that pass off of 4. Johnson up to fourth. Geisler back to the outside into turn 1. He'll blow back by Johnson. George Lee, Lance Elson, Nolan Dalton, and Bob Close having a heck of a battle. Running in about the 7th, 8th, and 9th spots. Rick Dawson leads them. Baker is second. Nepper is third. Geisler is fourth. Geisler in fourth, trying to close in on Bill Nepper, the third car. Nepper right now in the final transfer spot. Geisler closing in just a bit. Still a lot of time. Coming around to complete lap 8, 7 more to go. Then looks like he is making some ground on Bill Nepper. 7 laps to go at the halfway point of the Pro Shocks B main. Geisler though is high. Geisler almost into the wall, almost comes to a stop. Geisler off the pace, now he's going again. Concord Automotive 1C was not into the wall, very close to it up in turns 1 and 2. He's still fourth, but he is now a straightaway behind the third place car, Bill Nepper. Geisler again with a problem in the middle of 1 and 2. Something looks like it's wrong in the middle part of the turns for the Concord Automotive 1C. 5 laps to go, 5 to go. Rick Dawson leads it. Steve Baker is second. Bill Nepper third, Geisler fourth, Mike Johnson fifth. George Lee with a flat tire into car 21 as your leader comes upon him. Dawson dives low to the inside. George Lee in car 21. The caution is out. Town, Ohio. In the Walco Tapes Masters build chassis, the green is out. Into one, Geisler trying that outside group. Nepper moves up as well. Now Mike Johnson to the inside of Geisler as they head off at 2 down the back straightaway. Watch the battle for third, fourth, and fifth. Bill Nepper, Mike Johnson, and Lynn Geisler coming off the fourth turn. Geisler goes back up high. Got the momentum on the outside. Johnson still fifth. For fourth, Geisler fifth, and Nepper is third. Dawson leads, Baker second. Rick Dawson, the Walco Tape 67, continues to show the way here. Baker second, Nepper third, Johnson fourth, and Geisler fifth. 2 laps to go for our final Pro Shocks B main. White flag is waving for Ricky Dawson. Things have quieted down that battle for third, fourth, and fifth as Nepper checked out on the 2J of Johnson and the 1C of Lynn Geisler. Out of Austin Town, picking up our second Pro Shocks B main, Rick Dawson. Dawson wins it. Baker will get second. And Bill Nepper, the final transfer spot in third. Mike Johnson and Lynn Geisler complete the top 5. Like that battle for third, fourth, and fifth was going to be real interesting. And the 55 of Jeff Rudrick. John Murgo in the 40 and Rich Stifler in the 11. A battle for the lead here. Stifler has got the upper hand coming off of 4. Broniszewski in the 28 on the outside of John Murgo for second in turn 1. Broniszewski moves to second. Murgo way down low. Stasine goes to third. Russ Matika moves to fourth in car 17. Rich Fuzzy Stifler, your leader. Stifler still leading with Tessine, the leading winner here this year, in second. Broniszewski third, Batika fourth, Larry Kugel runs fifth. Tessine trying to close in on Stifler with 10 laps to go. Fuzzy Stifler has moved over to the dirt after running for a couple of years on the asphalt in the modifieds, and he has got his 11H working mighty fine here with Wayne Tessine not far behind him. Broniszewski still third, Batika fourth, Larry Kugel is fifth. Halfway point, Stifler looking for his first win in the Lone Wolf Fat Clear Decals Ross Racing Engines number 11. Wayne Tessine's Cost Realty Tubbs Automotive 10 staying right with him. Jeff Broniszewski, the Tomize towing 28 third. Russ Batika running fourth in the 17M. Holiday Lounge, Bob's Excavating 17M with the Penfield Contracting 0. Larry Kugel a close fifth. To see now right on the back bumper of Stifler. Caution is out. Caution is out. Green is back out. 5 laps to go. Fuzzy Stifler pushing high up into turn one. He brings it down. He's still got the lead. Tessine is second. Broniszewski third. Batika fourth and Larry Kugel fifth. Tessine trying to challenge Stifler for the lead, but he can't make it stick into three. Broniszewski now challenges Tessine for second. Stifler your leader. Gets out of the groove off the second turn, and Tessine moves into the lead. Fuzzy Stifler, does he have a tire flat? No, he's back on the gas. He's still in second, but the car looks like it's awfully loose all of a sudden. He runs second. Tessine takes the lead. 3 laps to go. Two to go. Wayne Tessine took the lead last week on the final lap to get his 5th win. Looking for win number 6 tonight. One more lap to go. Final lap, Wayne Tessine your leader. Rich Fuzzy Stifler second. Jeff Broniszewski trying to hold on to third. Over Russ Batika and Larry Kugel. Dives to the inside into 3 and 4. Around the 17 of Russ Batika, who tries to pass it back off of 4. Tessine gets the win. Stifler second. Broniszewski third. Close for 4th and 5th between Russ Batika and Larry Kugel. Wayne Tessine. looking for the start off the fourth turn. Hit and Flinner on the gas, and the Penn National 100 is underway. Johnson is second right now. Flinner third. Marie fourth into turn number one. Flinner again into the back end of Johnson. Give him a little love tap action here early on.
Johnson trying to hold off. Flinner takes a dive down on the inside. Jockeying the wheel. Looks like Johnson will lead that second spot.
A nice lead early on here. Johnson second. Flinner third. Doug Dodd on the outside trying to swing by in free for fourth, and he'll make that pass down the back straightaway. Then Doug Crawford, Bart Hartman pretty much running where he started so far. They're all trying to run down the hitman with 3 laps down. Johnny Moran trying to mount a charge in car number 99 after starting way back there. Moran starting back in the 17th spot. Picked up some positions early going here. He's now battling with Steve Shavers. They race off the fourth turn, trying to move up another one. His lead now almost a full straightaway. Johnson still second, Flinner third, Doug Dodd is fourth. Marie fifth, Crawford sixth, Hartman seventh, Conley eighth, Frank is ninth, and Dennis Curry running 10th. Still wheel to wheel with John Mason right behind them. Six down. Builds up, we're going to have that fuel stop at lap 50. The only thing is lap cars would be between him and Johnson. We can put a bunch of lap traffic between them.
That right rear tire, that right rear tire, that's very important. 68, yes, it's pretty much the flexion muscle there. See, George Power at 68, brain power on the ground here early in this event.
Flawless right there. David Johnson opening up daylight in second. Flinner is third. Doug Dodd fourth. Marie is fifth. Johnny Moran now to the outside of Mike Valentino. And he picks up another spot in the 99 car. Doug Crawford challenging Ed Marie here for fifth off the fourth turn. Crawford to the inside. Bart Hartman right behind those two in the 75. Working on completing lap number 10. Tim Hitt about to close in on the back of the field. It will begin lapping cars here in just a lap or two. 10 laps are down in the Penn National 100. Doug Dodd putting a little pressure on John Flinner for third. Into 3, Flinner goes in hard. Dodd able to close in on him coming off of 4, gets a run down the front straightaway. Battle into turn 1 for third. Doug Dodd to the inside of John Flinner. There's contact there. They are both on the ragged edge in turn 2, and Flinner slides down. Looked like he was trying to get the quarter panel of Dodd and came up empty.
Action going into turn 1 and 2 that time. They both got straight in the paint. Luckily, they all both got out of swerve with that deal. I think the man hitting out on the front, starting with some of the down the lap already with the stars contender for Rookie of the Year. Aaron Scott going down the lap here early in this 100-lap event. The Buckeye driver already down 1.
13 laps down. Hit your leader in 1. Johnson staying about a half a straight behind in second. Dodd is third. Marie fourth. Crawford fifth. Hartman is up to 6th. Flinner back to 7th now. After that skirmish in the second turn, Conley runs 8th. Chuck Frank is 9th. Dennis Curry 10th. Donnie Moran is He's picked up 6 spots in the first 13 laps. He runs 11. Looks like he may be closing in a bit on Tim Hitt. Now, I don't know if Hitt's just easing up a little bit, like you said. He took off early for that fast pace, and now it's backing her down a bit, but Johnson's definitely closing the gap.
David, around the racetrack, you see the preferred line right in that black groove. It's the fastest way around the racetrack right now. And the black traffic's on Johnson's way. It's now closing up on Hitt very quickly now. Now look at that. Down the back street. He's closed up 3, maybe 5-car lengths between him and leader Tim Hitt.
Shorter and shorter the distance between first and second. His car looks like it may be tightening up a bit. He's having a hard time getting coming off of Lauren Johnson now. Right in there behind Tim Hitt. He is on his bumper in turn 2.
Tim Hitt looks like the right front starting maybe a job. Problem on the 68 here. Comes Johnson now. Johnson right on the back bumper. Coming up on lap traffic. This should be interesting coming down the back chute.
Just 19 laps down. Johnson pushes as well. Looks like that time in turn 1 is still Hitt in front. Johnson second. Dodd is third. Faree fourth. Crawford fifth. Hartman is sixth. Flinner runs seventh. Chubb Frank is, R.J. Conley is eighth. Frank is ninth. And Dennis Curry still 10. 20 laps are down in the Penn National 100.
Green, though. Rob Green. This is really a long way. Charlie Fisher going to swing over hot. That may be a problem. A lot of the guys are getting alcohol, new gasoline, so might be raising up on this car there to see if the fans go a bit hard.
They have got a lot of traffic in front of them now. Hitt and Johnson as they head down the back straightaway. Alex Faree, Ricky Dawson, B.A. Mount with Mike Cecere. Hitt and Johnson battling for the lead and lap traffic to contend with at the same time as they come off before Johnson finds the very bottom. It's still Hitt. Low. Johnson's going to make a run here on the outside, trying to make a run off the second turn, but it's still Hitt. He's just good enough right now to maintain that lead. And who else? Doug Dodd in the third place right now in the 12 is not too far behind the leaders. Here comes Johnson to the outside off of 4 for the lead, plus lap traffic in front of him. Davey has to back out in turn 1. Hitt made the move work that time in traffic.
Yeah, the other easy to get up into, especially in turn 1. Got a little Willis now in between the second place runner and Davey Johnson.
Off of 4, it's Hitt. Johnson trying to lap the 67 of Rick Dawson as well. We're close to the 1/4 mark. 24 laps are down in the Penn National 100. Tim Hitt and Davey Johnson going at it here off the second turn down the back straightaway. Doug Dodd third, Ed Faree fourth, Doug Crawford fifth, and Bart Hartman sixth. Flinner is seventh. Back to Chubb Frank now in 8th, R.J. Conley 9th, and Dennis Curry still 10th. They are nose to nose with 25 laps down. Timmy Hitt, and a car almost sideways in front of him. Robbie Blair, Hitt and Johnson both head for the inside off the second turn down the back straightaway.
David Johnson trying to knock it up. The same thing that happened in East Bay between him and Steve Francis. David being real careful about this now, especially Timmy and him racing for the
car into the wall in turn 1. One of the cars that the leaders were following into the wall in turn 1. It looks like they may be changing the left rear. I'm not sure. Hard to see from here. If they're not changing the tire, they're adjusting the shock or the spring.
Yeah, still a 24-year veteran. Started in.
The only car that is out is the 111 of Robbie Blair. Here we go. Green is back out. Doug Dodd going to challenge Davey Johnson for second here on the start.
Now the independent out of Cambridge, Ohio, trying to get underneath Davey J. And here comes Dodd now, getting some new life, breathing in that yellow number 12 car as they come around here out of turns 3 and 4 now into turns 1 and 2. Racetrack now, you know, really helped Tim hit. That maybe took down right rear tire nail down. He's starting to show a little bit of muscle now.
Seems like Davey has a problem. Seems like he's a little tight on the start, but once he runs a few laps, then he seems to get better and better. He's got his hands full right now trying to hold off Doug Dodd for second. Dodd again challenging Johnson for second down the back straightaway. Hit running away with the lead as he did at the original start of the race. Now Johnson, see, after he runs about 4 lap speed, it just looks like the car really smooths out through the turns. He's having to brake it and all kinds of stuff. Wants to get back green to get it to turn, but now he looks like he's picking up the pace again. Car stopping here at top turn 4. It's the 5 of Lou Bradish. Lou Bradish brings out the caution.
Race car at all. Thought maybe they'd pull another one out of the box, but thought, well, let's just go with this one and see what happens. And Mike was not pleased with the setup or the combination he had before he
start. Dodd having a super run here tonight in third in the number 12 after getting his first win here less than a month ago. Green is back out. Johnson, he's right with hit this time on the restart. Timmy pulls him a little bit coming off, but Davey just seems like that car is so good getting into the turns right now. The Bland's towing, Richards Construction 0, trying to run down the Rocket Chassis Green Racing Engine 68. But like you said, the local independent, Doug Dodd in third. You got the lap cars. That's one thing. The lap cars are running almost the same speed as the leaders here. When you start in the back and you don't get on the bus in a hurry, you can get lapped on this big racetrack in a hurry and not really be running that much slower.
You know, you look at Ed Free and 75 and Barnhart. Drop the green flag after the caution. They're not too bad a shape. They run 4 or 5 laps, and all of a sudden, they find themselves almost a home straightaway behind.
Still hitting Johnson with Dodd third. 32 laps are down in the Penn National 100. I'll tell you what, if you just listen a little bit, maybe got a little out of the groove that time in 1 and 2, and he lost a lot of traffic or ground to Timmy hit. Now he has to try to make it up. Gary Stuhler, who went into the pits, trying to charge to the back of the pack, trying to work his way forward. In the 19, he's got a long way to go. And that's the thing now, he's really only about a straightaway, a little more than a straightaway ahead of the leaders. Here again very soon as they get into lap traffic. It won't be long and the leaders will be closing in on the back of the field. His car again looks like every once in a while just wants to climb up off that 4th turn. He gets tighter the longer we go green, and Johnson's car seems to come in the longer we go green. Davey now right back within a couple of car lengths.
Yeah, he had having a definitely front push on that car. As you can see it now, Johnson closes back up. It's having to use the throttle, pick up the throttle a little bit earlier, probably earlier than he wants to. That 68 car get the front end and back between the 12 and the rear tires. It's really hurting Timmy right now.
Dodd staying in striking distance in third. Doug Crawford trying to track down Ed Faree for 4th. Hartman is 6th. Winner still 7th. Frank is 8th. Conley 9th. And Moran runs 10th now. Donnie Moran is up to 10th in car 99. Johnson showing his nose to Timmy hit off the 2nd turn down the back straightaway. Open motor, spec motor. The battle is on into turn number 3. And again, lap traffic closes right in front of your leaders. Johnson now trying to take the lead here in 4. They're will to will. It's going to be him leading with Johnson knocking at the door.
Good close competition right here. Looks like down in this way. Johnson tries to take a, you might say, a sprint car slide, but just didn't have enough real estate to pull it off.
Into 3. It's still hit by just a half a car length. Johnson trying to pull even through 3 and 4. They've got lap traffic in front of them as they come off the 4th turn. Johnson has got the lead.
Davey Johnson gets his first lap there. This time, Johnson slides up ahead of Tim Hitt. That's the move we looked for the previous lap, but this time he pulls it off. And now, very quickly, look at that, down pulls 4 or 5. You go with Timmy Hitt.
Man, did he go into turn 3 or what? Dave Ashley used to call that Power Alley, and I'll tell you what, Johnson's car stuck like glue, and I don't know how he got it to turn as hard as he went into that 3rd turn.
Timmy Hitt having a problem trying to herd that car around the speedway, really sawing on the wheel. That 68 car now, Doug Dodd. Look at Dodd starting to close up now real quick.
So back for about 9th, Donnie Moran trying to challenge R.J. Conley off the 2nd turn down the back straightaway. Conley opens up some daylight there. They have been closer. Mike Cecier in the 35's got a bad miss in his machine as he's been lapped. It's Johnson leading, and now he's pulling away from Tim Hitt. We're only about 8 laps from the halfway fuel stop. A whole lot of traffic coming up quickly for your race leader here, Davey Johnson. It has seemed to content now just to ride behind him. Hoping maybe Davey's stuff will, tires or whatever, will wear it out a little bit in the second half. That's going to be the key with the bigger spoiler getting more downforce. Will he use up more tires?
You're going to have to watch that situation. I think Pitt's going to try to ride this thing out, make it the halfway point. See if Trump wins in that race.
Lots of racing going on too. Johnson trying to lap cars, but these guys are racing for position now. So, we're worried about him. They're worried about the battle they have of their own. 44 laps down. Johnson trying to swing by the 72 of Race and John Mason in turn 1. He's on the inside. Hit up high, and Doug Dodd trying to pass hit for
Doug Dodge closing up here. He drops underneath of Tim Hitt. Good move by Doug Dodd. And Dodd gets the preferred line and takes over the 2nd spot.
Almost won this race about 3 years ago, driving a Phil Lucon backup car to Steve Baker. Doug Dodd was driving the number 84 that night with a spec motor and an 8-inch spoiler. Ended up losing at the end to Rick Auckland and Bob Pierce, but he was really strong that night. He has got hit past. Now he's trying to pass the hit lookalike Lou Bradish to put him a lap down. 46 laps down, 4 to halfway. Davey Johnson threading traffic in turns 1 and 2. Doug Dodd 2nd. Tim Hitt 3rd. Ed Freya still 4th. Doug Crawford 5th. Bart Hartman 6th. John Flinter 7th. Mike Cecier heads to the pits in car 35. Chubb Frank runs 8th. Donnie Moran is 9th. R.J. Conley is 10th in car number 71. Down the back straightaway, clear racetrack now for your leader. He has blown through some traffic. He's got 3-lap tires between himself and the 2nd place car of Doug Dodd. 1 lap away from the halfway fuel stop. Johnson leads it in the Plans Towing Richard Construction rocket chassis with a drain spec engine under the hood. Still a long way to go though. Doug Dodd 2nd. Timmy Hitt 3rd. Ed Ferree 4th. Doug Crawford 5th, Bart Hartman a close 6th, John Flinter is 7th, Chubb Frank 8th, Donnie Moran 9th, and I believe Steve Shaver is 10th. Dennis Curry has slowed down considerably in the last few laps in car 09 as Johnson has passed the halfway mark. Caution will be coming out here. Caution will be coming out once the last place car completes the 50th lap, or the last car on the lead lap. That would be Gary Stuhler. Caution on the racetrack. Caution on the racetrack. Johnson just in a zone right now. Car just working wherever he sticks it. Belong behind the 84 of Steve Baker. Number 39. And here we go. The green is back out. the longer this race has gone, the faster he has gone. And the Richards Towing Bland's Construction 0. Dodd second, hit third. Still, though, a couple of lap cars, the team cars, and BA Malcolm and Steve Baker rubbing a little paint.
They're getting together, running side by side. That's going to be tough on Doug Dodd sitting in that third spot. I guess if we're going to pass, we're going to have to do a double dipper on him and pass them both at the same time.
BA and Steve teamed up with Phil Lucon. One supplies the chassis, the other supplies the motors. Doug Dodd trying to get by the two of them. Johnson, though, just taking off. The Bland's Towing, Richards Construction 0. Davies lead already a straightaway over Dodd. Hit third. Bart Hartman is on the move. Hartman's up to fourth in car 75. He's picked off 2 since the race got back to green here. The yellow 75. Trying to march his way into contention. Somebody smoking bad at the back of the field at 35 with Mike Sincere. Mike Sincere in car 35. Lots of blue smoke.
Earlier, just before the 50-lap break, and thought maybe they had a problem toward him back out. Okay, his life was short-lived here now. Lots of smoke rolling to the back of that 35 car as he crosses the stripe this time.
Being black flag, he'll have to go into the pits. I mean, better off if he does, because he's just going to hurt something if he stays out there much longer. He's got radio communication, so I'm surprised he hasn't backed out of it already. Bart Hartman is fourth, and he seems to be the man on the move here since we've gone back to green in car 75.
Now Hartman just running a little different line than the rest of the cars, running a little bit lower down on the inside. Also, Chubb Frank making the move up. He is sitting in that 5th spot right now.
3-run 6, Crawford 7th. Moran is up to 8. Flinner is back to 9th. And then I believe it's Steve Shaver in 10th, Stuhler 11th, Conley is 12th. All still on the lead lap. We got a car up on the wall. John Flinner into the wall in turn 1 in car 93X. Caution is out. Phil back up to speed. Malk with a lap car behind him. Then it's the 12 of Doug Dodd. In second, Timmy Hitt still third. J once again cracks the whip, and I mean, when he cracks, it responds.
Johnson really quick. Maybe lap's not been well, so we'll have to watch it. He's got it. Probably, if they were paying lap money, he'd be in real good shape. But look at the 75 car now. He's up in another position.
I guess by the lap car, Steve Baker. Doug Dodd also has cleared the 04 of B.A. Malcolm, so there's no lap traffic now between first and second. Johnson opening up daylight. He's really got some forward bite coming off the turns.
Now on the 75 car, Hartman now starting to reel in. Third place running Tim Hitt. Hartman. Right adjustment on that car they made. That car, two cars getting together. B.A. Malcolm and Tim Hitt touching them. Both cars surviving it in turns 1 and 2.
You know, Bart Hartman's a guy that is never out of a race. Like you said, he runs the checkered flag drops, and I've seen this guy pick up a lot of spots late in racing. Another guy seems to be content with where we're at. He just goes, and right now he's putting the pressure to Timmy Hitt. Now remember, Hartman's running a restrictor plate, open motor with a restrictor plate. So he's got really one of 2 that are here tonight, a little different combination. He was just so fast here a couple of years ago when he lapped almost the whole field in the Penn National 100. 60 laps down, 40 to go. Davey Johnson just pulling away. Doug Dodd is second. Tim Hitt third. Bart Hartman fourth. Clear racetrack for your front 4 cars. Back in 5th is Chubb Frank. 6th right now, Steve Shaver trying to pass Ed Faree. So Shaver putting charge on of his own here in the number 30 car as he moves to the inside of Faree. Off the 4th turn, and he'll make that pass. Whoa! Rick Dawson right in front of him. Man.
Shape, I was going to get into him. Dawson using all the racetrack that he can. And Shape just backing off the throttle, letting Rick get it straightened out. But here comes Shaper now down on the inside. Let's see if they trade paint this time.
Shaver to the inside of Dawson. 3-star looks like it's getting away from him. The handle's going a bit in the 4. You've got Doug Crawford and Donnie Moran right behind him. Gary Stuhler too. And here comes your leader, Davey Johnson, completing lap 63. God, if his tires hold up, he's going to be one tough customer to catch the way he's going around this racetrack. Lance Towing, Richards Construction 0 of Davey Johnson. He is knocking wood to the mat. Doug Dodd second, Tim Hitt third, Bart Hartman fourth. And fifth right now is still Chubb Frank. Sixth is Steve Shaver. Ed Ferree is seventh. Donnie Moran moves to eighth as Doug Crawford drops to ninth. Gary Stuhler is 10th. So yeah, Stuhler not having a good run, but here he is in the top 10.
Stuhler has been no factor all evening long. I don't think the right combination on that 19 car. I think he's trying to survive in the top 10. He's got one car slowing down on the outside.
Ferree's got something wrong in the Franklin Racing Supply. Ferree Chevrolet number 4. He's off the pace. Caution is out. Like a tire may be flat on the 4 of Ed Ferree. Not real short. Doesn't look like go. Davey Johnson, third all-time leading late model winner here at Pittsburgh, rings the field off the fourth turn, looking to get the Penn National 100 back underway. Hartman diving to the inside of hitting turn 1. The Bartman, you're right, he is hugging the rim.
Hartman running a little different line than everyone else. He runs side by side with the West Virginia driver, Tim Hitt. He overhauls Hitt, drops Hitt back to fourth. Here comes Hartman now. Green is out. Hartman is at the controls and heading forward.
Also, Doug Dodd able to stay a little closer to Davey Johnson on the restart. There were no lap cars this time. It's Johnson leading Dodd second, but Johnson still just has a little bit more coming off going down the straight. Ed Ferree lost the water pump, so it was water that was getting down on those tires. The water pump goes away on the 4 of Ed Ferree. Chubb Frank trying to get by the lap car of John Mason, trying to get his nose in on this battle too. He runs in the fifth spot, down the back straightaway. B.A. Malk with the lone lap car between himself and the fourth place car of Tim Hitt. Steve Shaver also trying to get into contention in the 30, and Donnie Moran not far behind him in the 99. Gary Stuhler in the 19. Over 30 laps to go in the Penn National 100. Spin in turn 4, Alex Ferree spins the car. Caution is out. Alex. Green is out. Here we go. It's not over yet though. Here comes the Bartman again on the inside. I'm telling you, this guy wants to be a factor in this race.
Yeah, Doug Dodd closed the door on him that time. Dodd wisely ducking downstairs and trying to take that preferred line away from the 75 car. Hartman now pulls back up on the back bumper as good racing. All the back shape now starting to pull up a little bit in that car number 30. Shape has not been a factor. Had a great run last night at Williams Grove and collecting a lot of money out of the Pennsylvania State, but Shape still sitting in contention here in that 30 car.
He's in the 6th spot. You got a lap car between himself and the 1 of Chubb Frank as Hartman puts the muscle on Dodd for second. Doug Dodd in the 12 and Bart Hartman in the 75. Wheel to wheel for second as Johnson leads by a half a straight. Coming around to complete lap 72. We'll have 28 laps to go. Hitt still is 4th. Frank 5th. Shaver 6th. You go back to Donnie Moran 7th. Gary Stuhler is 8th. Looks like the groove is moving on this racetrack. These guys are starting to find a lot of things working down on the very bottom when that wasn't the place to be early on.
Now, Hart was the first driver to notice that second groove in real high. Looks like we've got a few cars pumping down to the back straight. Malkin, I believe, slowing up. He gathers his thoughts back and heads down the back.
Donnie Moran had something to do with that slow up as they came off the second turn. Moran trying to get back up toward the front again. Remember, he started back 17th. Stuhler went to the pits once. He's back behind Moran. Shaver, Frank. Then you go to Hitt, Hartman, Dodd, and Johnson. The first probably 7 or 8 cars now with no lap traffic between them. Just 26 laps to go. 26 to go. go. We've completed 3/4 of the Penn National 100. Took the lead on lap 29. It's been Davey Johnson in front ever since. The Plans Towing Richards Construction Zero out of Greensburg, Pennsylvania, looking for his second Stars win of this season. Started the year winning down in East Bay. Has not been in victory lane with the Stars since. Doug Dodd running second now. Hartman seems to be able to get real quick on the restart, but the longer the race goes on, the car doesn't hook up as well, and Dodd now driving away from Hartman.
Car owner Bill Bland, a towing service operator out of the University City of Morgantown, West Virginia, here tonight to see his car take the $10,000 win out of Pittsburgh. Not been a great season for Davey J. Even talked to him a little bit earlier. They're not uncorking any champagne bottles to celebrate this year. Maybe this will turn things around now.
Oh, a lot of racing ahead. It's right. Still a lot of big money events. You're right. He's been a struggle. Started out the year so well down in Florida. Struggled ever since, but came here last week. Left Hagerstown. His mother was sick. Left Hagerstown to come back home. Came here last Saturday night. Ran his spec motor car and liked it so much he decided to bring it back to run here tonight.
We've talked about Davey Johnson quite a bit. We've talked about Barnhouse. We've talked about Doug Dodd. You know, kind of the quiet sort of the guy sitting in the front of the operations these guys got. No small fries around here. Doug Dodd, school bus, small trailer, kind of the fan favorite. I think you had to say a lot for Doug Dodd. Throwing a great run here tonight.
Impressed with this guy all year long. He's come out with his Masters built car this year at Pittsburgh. He only has one win. Night in and night out, and he is here. He is capable of winning every night. I tell you what, he's an exciting driver. He just puts wherever he has to go. Like I said, it was 3 years ago. He drove for Phil Luke on a backup car here to Steve Baker. It was a spec motor car, about the 12-inch spoiler, and led the thing until late in the race when Bob Pierce and Rick Ogden went by. So he's capable. He spent a whole year running with the Stars not long ago.
And personally, I think Doug Dodd is probably the most overlooked driver, underrated driver around at least on the East Coast right now. I think if someone would tie into him, give him a good operation and a big buck operation, I think he'd do a very good job.
He won a big race down at your place, I-79, not long ago, right? Last year or the year before?
Exactly, one of our West Virginia State Championship Series races. You know, and Will does a great job. Saturday night, Friday night type of weekend racer, but when the lights come up, the curtain goes up. Doug Dodd, he's a pretty tough customer.
Johnson working lap traffic. He just continues to mow them down. 17 laps to go in the Penn National 100. 17 laps to go. Davey Johnson looking for his third Stars win here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. He has won the Pittsburgher 100 twice. He's never won the Penn National 100. Trying to also win 2 weeks in a row here at the Monster Half Mile. He's won 33 late model features in his career here at Pittsburgh. None would be sweeter right now than number 34 if he can hang on for this $10,000 first prize. He has kept the foot to the floor ever since he took the lead. He's never backed down. He doesn't look like he's pacing himself at all. He's just got a car that's working, and when that's good, you get rid of him and you just go.
And Dave's not really backing it off at all. You know, he's putting the car wide open. The car must have been real good. Go. I think maybe with Mark Hartman and Doug Dodd, once Tim in behind him, that's about what the Stars need to do right now.
The track really hasn't folded down. The groove's been wide enough, it hasn't got black enough that it hasn't taken all the rubber that I don't think tire wear has really been a problem here tonight. And sometimes it gets real black where you have to stay on that groove. It can chew up rubber, but that really hasn't been the case, at least so far. 14 laps to go, you never know, but it doesn't appear that's the case because nobody seems to be slipping and sliding. They all look like they've still got good rubber underneath.
Steve Chase still out of the top 5. Tony Moran also up in the top 5 finish. Only he would be able to get one Gary Stewart. I believe it was R.J. Coleman on the last corner on the lead lap. 7th or 8th.
He's no longer on the lead lap. It's Johnson now. Doug Crawford in the 9C will be the last car on the lead lap. 7th, 8th, Crawford running in, I believe, the 9th spot. The last car on the lead lap right now. So Johnson has cut into the top 10 as far as lapping the field with 12 to go, a dozen to go for Davey J. Dodd still second. Steve Baker in front of him, and Bart Hartman again is closed in on Dodd. There's not much separating second and third right now as they race off the second turn down the back straightaway. Both cars getting by the 84 Steve Baker. Hartman making the pass into turn number 3. Clear racetrack now for for second and third. That right now, you look at the top 7 or 8 cars, the tightest race on the Speedway. But once Dodd gets clear track, there he goes again for a little one.
Yeah, I don't think that Bart Hartman's going to make it this time. Doug Dodd is held on that second. They've got to feel real good now with about 10 laps to go, trying to get a good second place finish, and definitely help their bank account on Monday morning.
10 laps to go in the Penn National 100. 90 laps are down. Davey Johnson has led the last 61, taking the lead on lap 29 as he laps now the 9th place car of Doug Crawford, leaving just 8 cars on the lead lap. Gary Stuhler, the last car on the lead lap, and he is a straightaway in front of a 0 of Davey Johnson. Just like in a different zip code here tonight, right now. That car still, this late in the race, no matter where he puts it, it just, man, I mean, it's just sticking like glue.
Now left for 10 laps to go, 16 cars, I believe, still out on the racetrack. 16 to go with cars to go. Now about 5 laps to go here in this final lap of Penn. Johnson has been familiar with. Usually runs the 1J operation, but Bill Bland, who had supplied cars for Dave Groves out of Morgantown, and also Jerry Hazelou, major sponsors for that team a number of years, decided to go Stars Racing in 1999 and could not pick a better driver. Johnson, a former Stars national champion, knows how to win. Definitely knows how to win here at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Johnson, a good size lead over second place running. Doug Dodd, Hartman has fallen off the pace, once again sitting in that third spot. Fourth, with just a few laps to go, it's still Tim Hitt. Fifth, Steve Shaver. I didn't predict that Shaver would move up to the top sixth now, I believe. But having a pretty good run is Chuck Frank sitting in that 5th spot. Frank has worked his way from midway in the back. With 2 laps to go, I believe, for the field this time. Here they go, 2 to go, this time for Davey Johnson. Johnson rolls the car down into turns 1. Plenty of real estate between him and second place running Doug Dodd. The battle now, maybe for second, as Dodd starting to get into some lap cars. White clock being displayed. 1 more to go for Johnson. Watch the battle now for second. Final lap for Johnson with the battle for second of Hartman and Dodd. Johnson rolls the car down the back chute, looking for the checkered flag. This time, Hartman, though, the battle on the back chute. Here comes your winner out of turns 3 and 4. It'll go to Imperial, Pennsylvania's Davey Johnson, your winner. Now we turn the eyes into 3 and 4. It will go to Doug Dodd out of Cambridge, Ohio in the second. Bart Hartman will finish up in the 3rd spot. 4th will go to the 68 of Tim Hitt. 5th to Chuck Frank. 6th to the 30 car of Steve Shaver. 7th the 99 of Moran unofficially, and it looks like 8 will go to the 19 of Gary Stuhler unofficially.
Drain spec motor under the hood. He left no doubt once he took the lead on lap 29. Tim Hitt led the first 29. Johnson led the final 71. His second Stars win of 1999 comes here at his home track, Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. All right. he's coming out, folks. How about a nice hand? Davey Johnson wins the Penn National 100. Come on down here, Davey. That's a bigger smile than you had last Saturday night. $10,000, buddy.
That's a good one, Dow. Kind of worried about the spec car there. Qualifying, I thought would be in a little bit of trouble. Then heat race wasn't real good, and the dash really scared me. We put our stuff together, me, Gary, Michael Bland, whole crew, you know, have done a hell of a job, and we won it.
You know, there was a lot of talk this week. You came here last week and ran the spec car. You hot lap both. Who had the final say in to make the decision to run the spec or the open?
Gary kind of did. He just said we're going to stick with it. They got the big motor car ready today. They spent all day working on it. I didn't even know it. We hot lapped it once and decided to concentrate on this thing, and for once things went our way.
Well, it has been an up and down. You started the year so well down in East Bay, and he's cooled off a bit, but I know you wanted this one bad here tonight. You've been gearing up for it. Is this the best race car you've ever had around this racetrack? I mean, it just looked like it went wherever you put it.
It's got to be, definitely, Dow. Don't have to use hardly any brakes with it, and it steers good. Good rocket chassis. Richard Construction, Bland's Towing, thank them all.
You've won 34 times here at Pittsburgh. I mean, you've been a familiar face at Victory Lane here, but like you said, it has been a struggle. How frustrating has it been? And, you know, does this take some of the pressure off? Do you feel a little better?
Yeah, a good bit. Last couple of weeks, we kind of got the cars down to my liking. We've been pretty decent everywhere we went the last couple of weeks. I think we finally got things turned around here. I'd like to say hi to my mom. She's in the van sitting down there in the corner. We got it.
The spec motor finished first, open motor finished second, restrictor plate finished third. So I don't know. Did we answer any questions tonight?
I don't think so. I think it's a pretty good toss-up. You know, I don't think no one really had a real good advantage either way. It's a good thing. Congratulations, Pittsburghers in September. We'll be back. Congratulations, Davey. Thank you. Davey Johnson, the winner of the Penn National 100.
Well, now the top 10 rundown. Sitting in that second spot, Doug Dodd in the 12 car. Congratulations to the independent out of Cambridge, Ohio. A good run for him in car number 12. Tim Hitt, who looked like he was going to take it all, finished up in the fourth spot. Bart Hartman will be awarded in the third spot. Fifth, we'll go to Chubb Frank in the 1 star. Sixth, we'll go to the 30 car of Steve Shaver, sitting in that 6th spot. 7th, we'll go to the 99 of Donnie Moran. 8th, we'll go to the 19 car of Gary Stuhler. 9th, we'll go to the 9C of Doug Crawford. In 10th spot, we'll go to the 71C of R.J. Conley. R.J. Conley, just out of the top 10. John Mason will be awarded the 72 in the 11th spot. B.A. Malcott will be paid for 12th in the 04. Rick Dawson in the 13th spot in the 67. Alex Faree will go 14th, and Steve Baker in the 84 will go in the 15th spot. Your top 15 cars in the Pittsburgh